What it do, y'all? It's been a long time since your boy has been able to wear shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, buddy. Getting warm, it's getting warm. I'm actually just getting off work, actually about a few hours ago, and I was going up to see my brother. I call him my brother. He's not really my brother, but you know, he is my brother, so we're super, super close. And on my way there, I actually stopped at the Junkyard since I don't really get to make it up there too much as a pick and pull up there that I like to go to. I usually have pretty good look at it, and so I decided to hit it up, and I actually just was going in for one part and ended up walking out of there with like 5 different parts. But they actually had like everything I needed, and things that I didn't realize that I needed. So but what I went to get is a high pressure valve that actually sits on the back of a steering pump. It's the valve that your high pressure line goes into inside the steering pump. So from my understanding and what I heard is, and I didn't do this on my other swap, but you can actually take that valve off of like an old school 350 power steering pump, or you know, 80s model GM pump, just one of the older styles. And you can take that valve off and you can actually put it in a newer style LS pump. So that's what I wanted to do, and so I wanted to at least test it out. And you can't, at least I haven't been able to find one where you can buy. They have different ones for like a Mustang or something like that you could buy, but I figured they're probably a dime a dozen in the Junkyard, and so I just figured I'd go there, and I pretty much found one right away. So it also had the power steering lines on it as well, and I knew I needed some lines, so I went ahead and took those. They looked to seem to be pretty much intact. So, but that way, when you mount that valve to like a newer model power steering pump, you can actually run your old school lines. And so that's the whole purpose around doing it, because what I had to do with my old swap is take my original lines from my Caprice, keep the fittings, the normal GM fittings that go to the gearbox, steering gearbox, and then I had to take the other lines from the Tahoe lines that I got, and I just took it to like a hose shop, and they actually cut them off, welded in a new set of lines for me, and the fittings that go inside the power steering pump from the Tahoe. So basically I have 2 different sets of fittings on it, but I guess I got new hoses out of it too, so worst case is it would end up being okay. But this way, you know, I could just at least run my old school lines that I just got from the Camaro. It was from my 82 Camaro, and we'll try to make it work that way. So that's what I did there. Also, I was able to come across a 92 Caprice, and it looked like it might have just got there like not too long ago, because it still had everything on it. And what do you know, I had been looking for a tank couldn't find one anywhere, and then as soon as I walk in, I see the Caprice first, then of course it has the tank. Also, I was looking for gas tank straps, couldn't find them anywhere. What do you know, they have the gas tank straps. And on top of that, most of the places that I looked originally for the tank, they had the I don't know if you know, at the Junkyard, what they do is they basically put like old rims, and then they put one flat, then they weld another one on top so they can sit the cars on it. And they always put the damn rim under the tank, which basically destroys the tank, and you can't access anything, even the straps. So, but this one didn't have a rim under it. The tank was totally in good shape. It was just had holes punctured in it, because they punctured the holes to let out the gas. But the straps were accessible. I'm like, wow. After I just went ahead and bought a tank and then bought some straps, I literally just got gas tank straps from Rock Auto. It was only like $28, like 38 shipped, but still, you know, I could have scored some of those from the Junkyard probably for like $11 or something. But anyways, I just went ahead and took off the mounting bolts for the tank, and then it also had a heat shield, and I had never seen that before. So it had a heat shield that goes around the corner of the tank. That way, if the the exhaust is too close, it'll just, you know, block some of that heat, because the tank is like some sort of plastic. It's supposed to be pretty high heat resistant, but I think they just did that for precautionary measures. So I just went ahead and took that too. Maybe I could do something with it. So and I also took the filler neck as well, that way I don't have to buy one. So but yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. So I made a quick short video at the junkyard, so I'll go ahead and play that next. It's just really quick, you know, it's not anything, you know, entertaining at all. It just basically shows you what I got. So but anyways, y'all, be on the lookout for more footage coming on the Chevelle. I'm gonna speed that build up. The Caprice, gonna be some stuff coming for that as well. And also, like I said, I'm going to see my brother right now. He has an 87 Buick Grand National. He's actually building a 4.1 liter V6, brand new from scratch. Just had it built. It's being shipped to him as we speak, and it's probably, it got engine dynoed, and it's putting about 850 horsepower. He sent me the stats on it. 850 horsepower and over 800 foot-pounds of torque, and that was on the engine dyno. And I think after all said and done, turbo, meth, and all that stuff, I think he's going to be pushing well over 1,000. So I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, it's so much power. They have to put a roll cage in his car and everything. It's insane. So, but from his old motor, which wasn't a piece of crap at all, he's gonna give me whatever I want off that motor. So I'm gonna have a lot of upgraded parts coming to my Regal soon, so stay tuned. I'm gonna get his injectors, his chip, his turbo, his oil catch can, just a lot of things that I can upgrade my motor with as well too. So anyways, deuces. Stay tuned for this next clip so you can kind of see what I picked up out here at the junkyard today. Needed to get a few parts, so I took a couple parts from this Camaro. It's gonna be real quick because I got to get out of here. Oh, dropped a part. Hold on. Sorry I dropped a part, but I took a couple power steering lines from this old school Camaro. So got those lines out, and I needed actually a valve from the Camaro as well. So I took that valve out of that power steering pump. That way, if you take a valve off an old school one, from my understanding, you can swap it into like one of the newer power steering pumps, and that way you can run your old school lines. So I took that valve there out and got that there, and got a couple other scores here. So this here is a heat shield for the fuel tank swap that I'm doing. It's actually out of that Caprice up there, so it's the same gas tank. So I got this heat shield, so that way the exhaust will, if it's close to the tank, it won't heat it up too much. I got one of these stay down license plates. These are the lines that I got, and then I got this fuel. So yeah, so that goes to the tank. That's where you put the gas in, and that goes to the tank there. So yeah, got a couple scores a day. Again, just a quick vid. That Caprice actually has a lot of parts in it, so shoot, man, I would say if y'all need any parts, come try to swoop some up. But yeah, all right, y'all, late night grind here. Finally got my new set of rings in. In my last video I said I was gonna probably use the old ones, but Steve Davis just made a comment on my page, and it's made me just not second guess myself, but you know, just talk some sense into me. Like, you know what, it's a part, just might as well just put them in since it's a part, and just get new rings and get the right rings. And finally I did, so I was able to get the correct rings, and they went in smooth. Measured them all out. I actually gapped them all at 24 on the top ring and 26 on the bottom ring. So that should leave me a good amount of gap there, so I can, if I still want to run it street, just kind of regular Hall motor, that's good. But if I ever want to boost it later on, that'll leave me a good amount to play with on my ring gap. So but went in smooth. I haven't torqued them down yet, but I got them all in, and they are good to go. So I'm gonna call it a night right now. Tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and torque them all down and get some stuff done. It's gonna be a phenomenal weekend, and super nice this weekend here in the 70s. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this tomorrow and get some other stuff done in the Chevelle. But yeah, they're all in there. See those pistons I was talking about, if you can see, they're dished but also have valve reliefs in them. And from my understanding, they come in the 07 and newer L76, or what is it? Not L76, because I think those had flat tops, but whatever truck motor came from like 07 to 09, a lot of them came with valve relief. So yeah, and I think the L76, I think that's in the G8 GT, they came with flat top. So if I'm not mistaken, but in any case, it's in there. So that's the long, tedious part of the build. Now I can get stuff moving. So tomorrow I'm gonna clean the heads. I got some new parts in as well, so I'm going to do a parts update on that and be moving along. So all right, y'all, it's in there. They're all in there and just kind of snug down, and I'm going to torque them all tomorrow. So all right, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.